my daughter's a good kid. We don't always see eye to eye. In all honesty, we're not even talking right now.
Oh, wow.
But anything I do is with you in mind.
Let's start from the beginning. Tell us the dynamic of your family. How many kids, names, ages?
I have one child.
Okay.
My daughter's name is Mikkel.
Hey, that's my son's name.
Mikkel?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Gift from God. Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you how it came about, because my middle name is Michael, and at the time, my daughter's grandmother, who's her mother's mother, she was just like grandmother gung ho, like, I'm doing this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, So she was insistent upon her having the initials MAG, and I was on the phone with my daughter's mother, and she was like, so my mother says her name should be Michaela, and I'm like, can I name my daughter? Like, can I get something out of this? Because right. We were young when we had her, so we needed all the help we could get. But I'm like, all right, at least give me that. You know what I'm saying? I said, so all right, let me compromise. Since my middle name was Michael, let's name her Michael. And she was like, yeah, she said she approves. And I'm like, gee, thanks.
Wow, I love it, bro. So how old is Michael?
She is 20. She's 20.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a 20-year-old.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
20. So you were 20 when you
I was 21. I'll never forget. I was in Dream nightclub in DC.
Legendary.
Legendary.
Absolutely.
So it was Fabulous was performing. It was my 21st birthday, and I was like, well, I guess this is the last birthday I'm ever hanging out. It's like, because I'm about to be a parent. Like, this shit is over.
Word.
So, yeah.
I love that perspective too. You and Dream. At Dream nightclub, 21st birthday, you like, yo, I'm gonna do it up tonight.
Yeah.
Because
I'm like, this is it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is it.
But you know how many men don't stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's super mature of you. Even at 21 to be like, yo, I'm a parent
this
now.
Is it. Yeah.
So it's time for me to switch.
No more. Yeah.
What else changed for you when you became a father?
When I became a parent, everything changed. The way I looked at things, my perspective on life, because I was a little knucklehead, and I still was a knucklehead, but I just had a little more patience.
I love
just
that.
a little more, because I'm older now and I've got a lot more patience. But it was just like, for me, everything I did, whether my daughter realizes it or not, me having a job, like it was no more like, okay, like, I could go for a little bit without a job. Like, nah, it's no, all of that, like, how old were you when you had your first?
24, 25?
24, 25. Yeah. So, like, like, back then, like, everything was Miami. Everybody was going to Miami Memorial Day weekend. I never did none of that, because it was like, all of that, we going on vacation and taking all our money to get in the room. And like, this money that I got, like, I got to figure out how I'm gonna do what I gotta do with my child, And then at the time, her mother and I were still together. So the plan was for her mother to finish college and then me work, and then when she was done, I was gonna go back to school. So I was like the head of the household at this point. So I'm not just taking care of my daughter, I was taking care of her too. So I had to make sure I worked, whatever little hustling I could do on the side to just to keep a couple dollars, But just everything changed, man, like immediately,
Word. So is she daddy's girl? Like, did you build like that strong?
And she's like just like me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, word?
Yeah, she's very
good, bad, and ugly, or only the good?
Every good, bad, and ugly. Because she's got a smart ass mouth. And then people be like, well, where do you think she gets it from? And I'm like, but this mouth has got me paid. So until she finds a way to make some money, don't get. And then you can't get smart. I invented this. You know what I mean? You can't.
Big fact.
Yeah.
Like, how do you battle a battle?
Yeah, you can't battle me with the words. You know what I'm saying?
Come
so
on.
it's like, but very much like me. She's a good kid. My daughter's a good kid. We don't always see eye to eye. In all honesty, we're not even talking right now.
Oh, wow.
So but this is not. This, I want her to see this and understand that. Listen, no matter what, that's still my dad. She's still my daughter. It's never gonna be a point where, like I said, anything I do is with you in mind.
Absolutely.
My daughter says she wanted to be a bartender.
Mm-hmm.
What did I do? I went and got a job as a bartender, and I never bartended before. So now when this is what you decide to do, now your dad could teach you about it.
Wow.
So anything I do, cause she's at that age where it's like, you want to be an adult when it's convenient for you, and you want to be a kid when it's convenient for you. You know what I mean? So it's like,
I know that age well.
Yeah, I get it. I was,
exactly.
I get it, but it's just like, you gotta, at some point, you gotta grab life the way it needs to be grabbed, and really to accept responsibility for these things that you're doing, because that's what I've had to do.
So, when it comes to a father and a daughter, there's a protection thing that a lot of men have with their daughter. How do you navigate protecting her, but also allowing her the room to like make mistakes?
Well, for me, I just try to like leave the communication open. The thing about me is my dad showed me that, listen, I make mistakes. I'm flawed. You know what I mean? So just let her know that, like, you're gonna make these mistakes. Stuff is gonna happen. But, like, I'm from here. Your mother's from Philadelphia. We've seen crazy things happen. So if I say something to you, it's not because I'm being paranoid.
Right.
It's because I've seen this type of shit happen before.
Right.
One thing about being a father, always think worst case scenario. I'm always thinking, listen, this is and when my parents did it, it was like, yo, come on, like,
right.
What don't do that. This could happen, that could, and it's like, yo, y'all are putting that on me, like, and then I get older and my perspective changes and I start to see these type of things happen.
Right.
So, being that you have these parents that are from these places where they've seen things, her mother is a little green. She is, you know what I mean? But she is still from Philadelphia. So,
hello.
Just explaining to her that these type of things could happen and you have to be leery of stuff. I'll tell you a story. One day, I'm really like casual. I always wear sweatpants because I always saw my dad in a sweatsuit.
Word.
So that was just my thing.
Nice.
So she sees this kid and she tells him, "Oh, you wearing something my dad would wear." You know what I mean? He's got on a sweatsuit. So the kid says, "Your dad don't dress like this. Your dad ain't hip like this." So now I get the cool points. What? Do you know who my dad is? Do you know who my dad is?
Right.
So she FaceTimes me. She's like, "I'm calling my dad right now." FaceTimes me. So as she's FaceTiming me, he's reaching for the phone. So I just see this.
Oh no.
I'm like, yo, I jump up. Yo, what's going on? Where you at? What's going on? So then she tells me the story. Yo, Dad, this guy said this. He's trying to snatch the phone or whatever. I said, get the fuck away from that dude. Get away from him.
Right.
You know what I mean? I said, yo, you don't argue with no man, Mikkel. That's not your place. You don't argue with a man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because he's being a mischievous boy.
Right.
But there are men out here that'll punch you dead in your face.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what
if
I mean?
a man is willing to argue with you, who knows what
else he's gonna do?
Go.
You know what I'm saying?
That's great.
What are you doing? I'm waiting on this bus. I'm going to the game. Go to the game. So now I come up to her college. Yo, where that kid at? Now we gonna talk. Oh, he got kicked out of school. What did he get kicked out of school for? He got kicked out of a party. He brung his brother back to the frat house that he got kicked out of, and his brother shot the frat house.
Goodness.
So I said, see, you see the type of person that you was playing with. You can't. So like you don't. I always tell her you don't want to hear my voice at the wrong time, because I told you I gave you the game.
Right.
Now if something fucked up happens because you wasn't paying attention, and it's like, damn, my dad told me.
Talk to me about conversations and things that you've discussed with your daughter around, like self-esteem, body issues, things like that. Like, I know especially for black girls growing up, hair is a big thing. The way in Philly, you get cooked for wearing the wrong stuff. Like all of those things kind of, kids are mean as shit.
Yeah.
What type of conversations did you have?
I remember one time, because I would always make it a point to compliment her on her hair, and I didn't compliment. She said, "Dad, you didn't say anything about my hair."
Wow.
So yeah, she's that's not something I have to worry about.
Word.
Yeah,
but I feel like that's it. What you just said, like, making sure that you complimented her
Right.
about her hair
Right.
is something that resonated and stuck with her so much that when
Yeah.
you didn't,
Yeah,
she
she's
noticed
like,
it.
she's like, Dad, what's going on?
Right.
And then, you know, like with me, like I said, I'm not perfect. I've dealt with depression since a teenager, you know, and I've explained to her that, you know, you're gonna have your moments, you know. She was having a rough time one day, and I said, you know, I'm telling her, yo, just go to the gym, because I've had bouts with depression where like I just sat there and I didn't do anything. So at least if you go to the gym, you got something to show for these dark days.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's gonna take a while to see the progression.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kept telling her, listen, come to the gym with me. You know, I said, yo, you know, did you go to the gym? She said, nah, but I worked on some of my schoolwork. And I said, all right, as long as you did something.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I know how depression can weigh you down. You know what I mean? So you know, I just try to have that dialogue with her. Sometimes it doesn't get through to her. Sometimes it does, better than others.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a constant conversation because she's so much like me that I know how her mind is working.
Word.
Like I just remember seeing her as a kid, and I remember how my mind would work. Like one thing my mother would always tell me, every time you do something, you get caught. And I'm like, I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, nah, like you're 3 for 10. So I'm gonna take my chances, because so she's talking to me and I'm not verbalizing that.
Right, of
But I'm
course.
sitting there thinking it. She's like, she catch me doing something. She's like, you always get caught. You always get caught. And it's like, nah, I don't. Like I'm like shooting at a high percentage.
I'm good.
when it comes to
Right.
you.
Right.
So I just, when I'm sitting there and I'm talking to her and she's not saying nothing, I'm like, what the hell is this little girl thinking? Because she's like me, so it's
Right.
like, what's going through her mind?
Word.
I know it's not something. It's something that's a little more crafty than what the average person her
Right.
age is thinking. Because she's sharp. My daughter's very smart.
Word.
So
Word. So you mentioned that you two aren't talking right now. Is this the first time that's happened, or like how does this usually work?
It's happened. It's happened before. Just by virtue of just the dynamic of her mother and I.
Oh, okay.
You know. And then, like I said, sometimes she's used that to her advantage. But, you know, it even got to the point with her mother. I was just like, listen, like, you gave me a beautiful child. You helped me get out the streets. Like, I don't have any issues with you, you know. So, in the most recent spat, she just, I don't know. I guess, like, she just thinks, you know, I got this, you know. I got this. And whether she thinks she has it or not, no matter if she does have it,
Right.
I'm here, no matter what.
That's dope.
So you know, I'm here to really, like, when you don't listen, I'm here to pick you up.
Right.
It's not to be, I told you.
Yeah.
Even if you think that that's how it is, that's not what it is. It's just I want to see you at your best.
Yes.
I know how bad things can get in a blink of an eye, in a New York minute, because I've seen it happen.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But I just really want her to understand that, for better or worse, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to work on improving yourself.
Yeah, man.
You know, and if you're not gonna do it, I'm here to assist you. You
Word.
know, through those dark days. You know?
I feel like that's such a gem, and it's so important to say, because for a lot of parents, we get frustrated repeating the same advice over and over and over again for them not to take it. That when they do fall on their face and they have to come back, it's easy for you to hang it over their head or to rub their nose in it. I told you so. It's a lot more beneficial to your relationship and them building trust in you, for you to just be like, all right, well, you know, you fell, you know, come on, how are we going to rebound from this? Instead of being that annoying ass parent, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like that's a gem. I'm here for you even when you don't listen. You do exactly what I told you was going to happen. It happened to you, but I'm still here. Like, I feel like that's super huge.